Can you say your name?
Yeah, my name is Cam. I like to eat ham.
Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cam. This week we're playing decks submitted by patrons against MookDubs.
This video is brought to you in part by Dragon Shield. Use code PLAYTOWIN5 at the affiliate link down below for 5% off to help support the show.
And use Patreon to help support us directly and get awesome extra perks.
So we have Cam on LONIS. You haven't got a clue, but I do. Submitted by our patron Old and Grumpy. MookDubs is on MAGDA Beat the Clock. I'm on EDRIC, 1/1s and extra turns, submitted by our patron Vericon, and Tyler's playing TYMNA IKRA, Badonkadonk Farm, submitted by Nick Foles Goat 09.
I'm gonna go first. Here we go. I'm gonna draw. I will play this Misty Rainforest and pass.
Draw this card right here. Mountain, Bloodfire Dwarf, and then pass.
Does that one do anything besides being
It's pay. Oh, sorry. Pay a red, sacrifice it, deals 1 damage to each creature without flying.
each creature without flying? Oh, wow. That's not nothing.
Creature without flying.
I'll draw a
That
card.
card wrecks EDRIC.
Yeah, that's really good against me. I have 3 things that I want to say.
Yeah, is one of them that it doesn't really wreck EDRIC because EDRIC plays a ton of flyers.
Yeah, that might be true. But there are there's some that are not flyers. It's okay. If everyone thinks that I'm screwed by this card, I'm okay with everyone thinking that. Yavimaya Coast, and tap it for a colorless to cast a Soul Ring. I'll pass my turn.
I will draw for turn, Flutter Strand. I will crack that going to 39, and I'm going to get a Savannah, and then I'm going to use that Savannah. I think I'm going to play this Mana Vault, and then I'll say go.
Then on your end step, I'll crack my fetch land. I'm getting a hedge maze. I'm gonna hedge my bets.
Clever.
Oh, yeah.
It was going to break on.
That was really almost something there.
I love the crickets that immediately instilled after that.
I'm going to try to leave that in if I can.
You know, I do appreciate the good dad joke from time to time.
All right, here we go. Here's my, yeah, I want that. Yeah, okay. Then I'll draw. I'll play Command Tower, cast a Soul Ring, and then I will run out Ristic Study.
Oh,
Dear me.
yes. Okay, I pass on it.
All right, well, now that we know that Tyler is Venison, I will pass.
Tap.
I
Draw.
think I missed that one too.
What did you...
I said, dear me.
Oh.
That was a good dad
That was
joke.
good. Yeah.
That was good. You guys just didn't get it.
Survivor's Encampment. Guess we'll do Magda.
Yeah, can I draw?
You may.
You?
Yeah, and then I'm going to send this one little dwarf over at you.
Ouch. I'm down to 38.
And that'll be Treasure. And then that'll be it.
Untap, upkeep, draw card, play Windswept Teeth, and crack it. Tropical Island. Here is a Carpet of Flowers. I will pay for the Ristic Study, floating 1, and cast Night Veil Sprite, a 1/2.
Oh, may I draw?
That one you can draw.
Wonderful.
I could have paid for the Ristic Study. Had I just paid for the Carpet of Flowers with both of my lands that were in play, I could have paid for the Ristic Study, gone to my second main phase, trigger the Carpet of Flowers off of you since you have an island to make a blue, and then cast the Spirit then. And I just didn't, I don't know why I didn't think of, I don't know.
I appreciate your donation to the cause.
Just fuck that up. And that'll be it. I will pass my turn.
Your treasure is not tapped, right, Mook?
Yeah, sorry. I'll do it this way. It's just the art was sideways.
I'm going to play a Scrubland, float 2 colorless, and cast a Dranith Magistrate.
Ooh, hey, can I draw?
You may.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
It's sad that Magda's already here, but
Yeah.
I know. I wish. I wish.
I don't appreciate you singling me out and my commander.
You in a green, and I will cast a 6.
can I have another one?
You sure can.
Hell yeah. Draw a card.
I'll pass the turn from there.
I'll go and I'll draw a card. I'll play City of Brass as my land. Cast a Grinding Station. I'm going to ignore its ETB trigger. Gilded Drake. I will take, I'm taking that Dranith Magistrate.
Oh, I know. No question.
Pass the turn. Magda was my second option of things to take here, but I think that I'm in a better spot to have my commander than I am in need to shut someone else down.
Yeah, I agree. You also just don't do enough with Magda. Like, you get rid of the Magda, but you can't really do anything with it.
No, I'm not scared of it yet.
Although you do make artifacts, like you make the clues. Nah, you're right. I
need my commander to make
this
that
is right.
good,
This is
yeah.
right.
Draws tap Magda through the Survivor's Encampment. I'll have a red floating. Get a treasure. This treasure is a red. I'll play this flywheel and I will crack a treasure to pay. And then I'm going to crew it with the dwarf to get a treasure back. Treasure vault. And then that'll be it. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw card, go to combat. Cam, I'm going to attack you for 1 and get a Surveil trigger. Surveil this. I guess we'll leave it right there.
All right, I'm at 37 after it smacks me.
Main 2, Carpet of Flowers trigger. I'll target Cam and make a blue mana. And I'll tap this Soul Ring for a Looter Ilkor.
May I draw?
I'll pay for the Ristic Study with the extra Soul Ring mana. That's it for me. I will pass my turn.
I'm gonna untap. I will draw, lose 1 to the mana vault. 38. Move to combat. Mook, I'm gonna come attack you with a 6. And Cameron, I'm attacking you with a 3/3 Gilded Drake. I have an attack trigger from the 6, so I will mill 3. Wow, here, that's great.
You said mill 3. I thought 3 was another card for a second.
Letting 6 hit me for 2.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm taking 3. 34.
I'm gonna pass the turn.
Tap, draw. I'll play a Seed of the Synod. I will float 2 colorless, blue, and a colorless for Lonis. 3, losing another life to cast a Jaheira, Friend of the Forest. When she enters the battlefield, Lonis will evolve. When a +1/+1 counter is put on Lonis, I get to investigate that many times. So I'm making a clue. That is it for me. So I will pass.
No taps. Big draws. Land for turn. We'll start off with that. That's the easy thing to do. Zorn?
May I draw a card?
No, I'm going to crack a treasure.
So I can't. Okay. I'm going to cast Force of Will, pitching this Dizzy spell, going down to 32.
Yep, I got nothing for that.
You're the only one that can have their commander, so I have to counter stuff when I can.
That's fair.
Especially when your deck does everything uncounterably, so.
Overcrew the bike. Mirror of the Forebears?
Can I draw a card?
Crack another treasure to let you not draw. That'll be it. I guess, yeah, pass.
End step, I'm going to try to Cyclonic Rift the Dranith Magistrate.
Oh no, may I draw a card?
With the Ristic Study trigger on the stack, flash in an Orcish Bowmasters. ETB, I'm gonna have it target Magda.
No, I was really hoping that's not what you were going to say.
Ristic Study, I'm not going to pay. You can draw.
I will take the card.
I have another trigger. Dylan, does your looter have 1 toughness?
This is a 1/1, yeah.
I will point it at that.
Okay, that's dead. Well, now I don't want to cast my commander anymore, but Cyclonic Rift is still on the stack.
I can't respond to Psych Rift.
Okay, it's bounced. Yeah, this kind of changes everything. Because before, in theory, if I could untap and cast my commander, I'd be getting 2 draws, and then Tyler would also be getting 1 or 2 draws as well. But over time, I'll win that if I can keep on parroting the beginning. But now, if I play the Edric, I'm getting 1 draw, and Tyler is getting 4 draws. That's not good for me. Edric is not good anymore now because of this Orcish Bowmaster.
Because of the way that Edric's worded, you kind of have to be a little bit more patient so that your opponents don't get too much value off of it. So just gotta hold back a little bit more and wait.
Yeah. Go to my turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn. Rejuvenating Springs is my land for turn. Yeah, Tyler benefits some more. Tyler, you have an Orc token, right?
Yeah, I'm working on finding the actual correct token, but it is a 2/2 currently.
Tyler, I'm going to come at you and have a Sprite trigger. Surveil. Card is fine, but I need to progress my own board, and it doesn't help me do that. So it's, yeah, Force of Will. Go to the graveyard. 1 damage coming at you.
Yeah, I will take 1 damage. And we'll go to 37.
Passing Edric seems actively bad for me now, so I'll pass my turn.
Draw for turn. Go down to 36 due to the mana vault. Move to combat. Cameron, I am coming at you with a 3/3. Dylan, I am coming at you with 6, a 2/4.
I have no effects.
I mean, you have a trigger before I tell you that I'm not blocking.
Okay. Attack trigger. I mill. Hey, we finally got lands. Necropotence and 2 fetch lands.
Nice.
And then I can return one of those to my hand. I'll put this Mysterious Force in my hand. Damage.
I take a 2. Go to 37.
I'm at 29.
I'm going to play a Mysterious Forest. Crack it right away. I think I'm getting a Bayou. That puts me at 35. I'll just find the Bayou in a minute to save us a little time here. Cast a Sarah Ascendant.
May I draw a card?
No, I will pay for it. I'm just going to pass the turn from there.
Also, want to mention when I Cyclonic Rifted the Dranith Magistrate, that should go back to Tyler's hand. But if you'll notice, his Gilded Drake, underneath that is an upside down card that I believe is that Dranith Magistrate that Tyler does not put into his hand.
Oh, that still probably would have been good for him to cast here.
I imagine had he done that, he probably would have cast it now or at some point in the game, and he does not, so just a heads up.
Maybe that's why you don't put a token directly over the card that you're trying to...
Lesson learned, Tyler. Don't do this. Put it off to the side.
Yeah, right. That sounds great. Then while you get your Bayou, I'm going to go to my turn. And I'll draw for turn. I'm going to cast an Agatha Soul Cauldron. Pass the turn.
All right. I think I just got to pass the turn then.
Untap, upkeep, draw card. Cam, I'm going to come at you for 1. Surveil trigger. Do we want to keep hitting land drops? No, we want to hit a spell. I will mill over this Misty Rainforest.
I'm at 28.
I'm going to pass my turn.
Untap, draw, and then take 1 from Mana Vault, going to 34. Immediately move to combat. Dylan, I am coming at you with a 2/4, and Cameron, I am coming at you for 9 in the air.
No effects.
Whoa. Yeah, I'll take 9.
But I do have the 6 trigger. Command Tower, Utopia Sprawl, and Enlightened Tutor. I'll go to Graveyard. Command Tower back in my hand.
I'm at 19 now. now.
35 for me.
And I gained 6 from the lifelink, and I will go back up to 40.
I would like to do something on your damage step.
Sure.
Activate Agatha's Soul Cauldron to exile the Dauntless Dismantler out of your graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on a creature I control, which is LONIS.
And it will gain the activated ability of Dauntless Dismantler to blow up artifacts. Yeah.
If I feel like it, yeah. But I get another clue because I put a +1/+1 counter on LONIS.
Seems very good.
I need to do this because if I wait until Tyler's main phase, he's going to get priority to cast the Dauntless Dismantler before I can exile it.
This is really smart because you kind of need your clues to come in untapped so you can tap them for green mana, right?
With Jaheira, yeah, exactly.
Play that command tower. Cast a Grim Monolith.
May I draw a card?
You may.
Get a draw.
I will point 1 Orcish Bowmaster damage at Jaheira.
1 at Jaheira.
Cast a Soul Guide Lantern.
Can I draw a card?
You may.
Sure.
I will point 1 Bowmaster damage at Jaheira.
Cool.
I'm going to exile the Zorn. 2 mana still floating here. Cast a Wishclaw Talisman.
Would you like to pay the 1?
I will not pay the 1.
I will not draw a card.
I thought so. Retrace. Utopia Sprawl. I assume you're not taking the Ristic City draw, but if you want to, I will let you.
No.
Cool. Then I will let this mana go and pass the turn with 1 card in hand.
All right, I will draw for turn.
Don't forget you can blow up that Wishclaw Talisman if you want to with your Dauntless Dismantler ability. And the artifact on MAGDA side of the board too. And my Soul Ring even.
And my shit.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do though, right?
You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Sakashima the Imposter.
Is it only stuff you control?
Oh no, I can choose a creature in play. There's got to be something better in play, right?
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
It's
Bowmaster, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, it's gonna be Bowmaster.
Oh, yeah.
And then when it ETBs, I'm gonna have its trigger targeted at Bowmaster.
Oh, sure.
Here's my Orc army with a +1/+1 counter on it. Next move.
I just want to make sure that Agatha's Soul Cauldron means that the Orc army can activate the Dauntless Dismantler ability since it's got a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah, then it
Is
should.
that how that works?
That is how that works. Yeah.
Can you tell what I want Cameron to do? Just letting you know, you can.
Increasingly obvious,
That's
but I
neat, right?
I
That's so
so
fun.
don't want to do that at all.
Isn't that fun? The Orcish Bowmaster, like, that's so neat.
I will play a Breeding Pool untapped. 17. Cast an Eldritch Evolution, and as an additional cost, I will sacrifice my Sakashima the Imposter Bowmaster.
Oh.
Danger.
Yeah, wait, that sounds bad. I have a negate.
Oh.
A floating one with the Soul Ring.
May I draw a card?
I'll pay with the Soul Ring so that you may not draw.
Cool. Tyler, do you have any... No?
Don't even ask me what you're about to ask me.
I'm gonna swan song that.
Swan Song resolves. I have a bird.
Nice. Everyone's heard about that.
It is
Bird.
that word.
Bird is the word. What I have doesn't do anything here. It makes him tap more mana, but he can still do it. I think I'm supposed to pass. I pass.
Sure. Yeah, I have nothing.
The card that I have in my hand right now is Spell Pierce, but because of Agatha's Soul Cauldron, you can exile a creature from a graveyard, which would put a +1/+1 counter on LONIS, which would make a clue token. Then you could tap for a green mana with Jaheira, and you'd have that mana to pay for the Spell Pierce. So I feel like that doesn't actually do anything. And I have one more thing that might do something.
That gets exiled. I'll find Extruder. When it comes into play, that will trigger Alanis's Evolve.
I'll respond to that.
Yeah, sure.
Response to the trigger, I will Besage You the Extruder.
In response to Besage, I will activate Extruder, sacrificing an artifact and putting a +1/+1 counter on LONIS.
I think I was wrong.
And when I sacrifice a clue, I put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on Jaheira. Then LONIS gets its +1/+1 counter. And when I do that, I investigate that many times. This Lapras is a clue. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Still in response, I would like to float a green mana. Then I would like to sacrifice this clue to Extruder to put a +1/+1 counter on LONIS. I'd like to go through this loop until I have infinite +1/+1 counters on all of my creatures and infinite green mana.
Yes. Okay.
I have 69,420 +1/+1 counters on all of my creatures.
Hell yeah, dude.
2 of them aren't summoning sick, but I can't win on the stack is what it looks like though.
Okay.
69,420 green mana. And then I'm just gonna stop there and I'm gonna let Besage go.
Okay. You want to get a land?
Yeah, that goes to my graveyard and then I'll go get Tropical Island.
Oh, I know what I have to do. Before you move to combat, I'm going to say out loud as a measure of deterrence that if you attack me with both of your creatures, I will activate activate Soul Guide Lantern.
Great. I will attack you with both of my creatures.
Yikes. Yeah, I'll activate Soul Guide Lantern to exile each opponent's graveyard.
In response, I'll activate my Extruder to Agatha's Soul Cauldron.
No effects for me.
Yep.
Tyler gave me a reason to attack him here because it forced him to activate his Soul Guide Lantern, which was the only thing stopping me from being able to actually exile my Extruder to Agatha's Soul Cauldron so I can keep winning the game in my second main phase.
I feel like either way, though, you attack Tyler for this to happen, to get the Soul Guide off the board, right? So either way, you do the attack. But it is kind of fun on Tyler that he gets to get away with, like, what it would normally be a spite play, but because you're using it as like you said, like a way to deter, like he has to follow up on his promise so that Cameron knows that his promises are valid.
So no matter what, it wasn't going to work out for him, but kudos to Tyler for playing to his out.
I think it's super smart and very cool play, and there are situations where something like that will definitely work out for you.
Now I can go through my loop, making infinite mana again on my second main phase. All of my creatures now have the ability to have me sacrifice an artifact to put a +1/+1 counter on LONIS to give me another clue. I'll sacrifice the Seed of the Synod to one of my creatures with the Agatha's Soul Cauldron ability for Extruder to put another +1/+1 counter on LONIS. That will make me another clue, and I will tap that for green, and then sacrifice the clue to an Extruder ability to loop this for infinite green. So then I'll end the loop with a clue here after I have put a +1/+1 counter on LONIS. And I'll use some of my infinite green to draw a card with this clue. That sounds good. Cast Intuition.
Yeah, I'm good.
I pass. Pretty good draw. Who are you targeting with Intuition?
I'm targeting you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you not putting that stress on me.
3 cards I'm going to reveal are Urza, Lord High Artificer, Walking Ballista, and Sage of Hours.
Stage of Hours, baby. I'm going to make you do it that way.
Blue source here off City of Brass, and one of my infinite green to cast Sage of Hours. Sacrifice this Soul Ring to start going through my loop again.
Yeah.
To give infinite +1/+1 counters to Sage of Hours this way.
Nice.
Remove +1/+1 counters in batches of 5 from Sage of the Hours to take infinite extra turns this way, and that way I can kill you all with combat damage.
Does it say you have to like put it on the bottom of your library or something?
No, that's the other one.
That was a great showing. LONIS did LONIS things. You need a lot of moving pieces. You got them all going. Great win.
Thank you. Yeah, this deck feels like you have the biggest brain in the universe when you pull off the win, because there is so many pieces you have to put together. I kind of feel like Charlie with all the red string attached to a bunch of stuff to kind of like show how this works.
Yeah, EDRIC is still really sweet in the Chill to Win game for patrons. You really get to see how awesome the deck really goes. I probably could have been a little bit more aggressive of just jamming EDRIC. Just didn't feel like the right time, and I feel like some games are just games that it's not for me to win. It was for you to win, for sure.
It was a shame we didn't get to see any ad nauseums from TYMNA IKRA, but we still get to see it control the board as best as the deck can. So that was a showing for TYMNA IKRA.
Yeah, and as far as MAGDA goes, MookDubs did his best, but Orcish Bowmaster is pretty good at just pinging off that MAGDA right away, and that can stop a lot of your early game plans.
Big thank you to our patrons for submitting the decks that we played today. We appreciate everyone who supports us on Patreon.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so on Patreon like our $100 patrons.
Very Con, Old and Grumpy, Gecko21, Caleb Ritchie, Zach Hartley, Kajo Alex, Sean in the Ice, Mark Cirillo, SoCal Acura, Stormageddon, Luke Cook, Demon of Rosgrees, Peter Stewart, Cornell Wild, Uncle Butts, Nick Foles Godo9, Kawaja A. Hamid, Lauren Connell, and of course Baby G-Bus.
If you like to pick up any of our merch, you can do that at playtowinmtg.com.
Huge shout out to Dragon Shield for supporting the show. Check out our affiliate link and code PLAYTOWIN5 for 5% off your order.
Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for more content.
Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
We talk about our $50 patrons. All of them are named now. Or John, Mystic Muffin Man, Nick Saxby, Jacob Bauer, Reactive, Tyler Watson, Ryan Barrington, Zachary Coulson, Tyler H, X, Tyler the Tree X, Smallcraft, Driving Corinna, Jabaha, Mace the Ace, Dalton Poteet, Hobo Ghost, Dustin, Nan Solo, Jacob Depp, Jan Wildfang, Thomas Bueno, and David Nelson. Thanks, y'all.
Our heads are gonna be like the, you know, the little box that bounces around the screen, and then,
Yeah, that is kind of what it's like if you
Yeah.
speed it up. Kind of what our lives are like if you speed it up.
Really, yeah, all we are. We're just bouncing around the world.
Just bouncing around in a box.
We're just air conditioners conditioning the air.